Alright, I'm going to work on some knucklehead cranks here. So I got my balancing tools out here. So I just got done buffing all the residue off the balancing wheels here. So basically it's a grinding wheel. A large big grinder, like a crankcast grinder, center cylinder, it's like the grinder. Anyway, it goes, you put the arbor in here and the counter rotating wheels have very low drag. So these wheels have to be kept real smooth. So I just got done buffing all the gunk off and some sitting. It's been a couple of years since I've used the machine. So this thing's been kind of notchy at times. So I'm going to redo the bearings in here. Right now I'm just unscrewing all of these. I'm going to put some lube in here. So I got some air tube oil in here. I use my, my air grinders over there. So basically it's a real fine oil. So it might be Marble Mystery Oil. This one's Marble here. I also had a thing of Snap-on Air Tool oil, which I don't know where it's at, which is a very light oil again. And this stuff here, I put a little bit of Tribodine in inside of it to help it make it work better. Some secret additive you used to be able to buy separate. So I'm going to put that in here. That'll stop any corrosion and keep things lubricated indefinitely. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. Some more. So this just has loose ball in there. I'll show you once I get apart, but this thing flipped around the other way here. Get apart so it's easier to work on. So this just slides on the two arbors here. So basically slide this thing apart. Hurt to lube up these shafts a little bit too. Alright, there's one. So these are just supposed to slide in and out, but obviously they're not. There we go. The muck worked off of it. It's been sitting there for years, so you see a little crud on there. Seems to be pretty smooth. Slide a lot better now. There's some wear marks in here from something. Looks like it was cut in there. I'm not sure what that's from. There's another one over here. Some kind of marks. Probably from before I got it. I bought this 20 years ago at least. Probably more than that. Probably 25 years ago. It was used then. An extra one I bought too, but I wound up selling some guy over in France. Let's work on cranks like I do. Probably shouldn't have done that. I haven't seen one available since. It's at even kind of a reasonable price. These things go for hundreds of dollars. It doesn't hurt to clean up the equipment every now and then. Burrs in there or what? Yeah, a couple in there. Doesn't want to go through the hole, there's usually a reason for it. Take a fine dull file, basically doesn't want to do anything. You run across the surfaces. Yeah, right at the end there it gets hard. basically just go over the surface like this. Here's the high spot. Is that cheddar mark going across? There you hear the sharp edge. Right there. Oh yeah, that's a big one. These must have a little bit of heat treat to them because it's not just coming off. High spots on the edge in there. You hear it? Alright, let's see if that was enough to get it apart. Nope, yeah, kind of, but not really happy about it. Definitely got some high spots there on the edge. I don't hardly ever pull this out, so I'm not going to really worry about it too much, but we know they're there. Some more roughness through here. Hear it? Here it kind of goes away. These are actually pretty loose in here, so doesn't have to be perfect. This thing being as bad as it is over here must be beat on pretty heavy on the end of it to cause the problem I'm having. So these are hardened, so they're probably in the, guessing mid-30s on a rock wheel. Definitely doesn't like going in there, but it does go through now a little bit. Close enough. Put a little lube on it so it doesn't get much rust going. ATF works good, except it draws moisture. Draws dirt, It's really good for anti-rust though, if you don't mind it being oily and dirty. This is CRC 336. It works pretty good, but it leaves kind of a jelly foam mess behind if it gets too thick. It's a real thin layer, it's not really an issue, but if it builds up, it'll cause you issues. And it will acid etch the surface, which is not good for bearing surfaces. So you gotta be careful with it. WD-40 works too, but it has its issues also. Everything you use has issues. Okay, so now got these opened up. So these, unlike other bearings, these appear to be loose. They're not caged, they're just sitting in there. So that means they're free floating in the whole bushing. And I guess only the shaft has a groove in it to hold it in. So this is actually a whole sleeve here. So it can free float to do what it needs to do. So what we're going to do is put a couple drops of oil in there. Okay, that'll do the trick. If you get too thick of an oil in there, it won't rotate very well. This is actually a fairly thick oil I'm putting in here, but don't have anything else to really use. So I could use ATF, I guess, but that's a little thick. Air tool oil is made to be a little thinness to it, so it shouldn't be too bad. But thicker than one. Let's see, 2 hands goes better than 1 on this. What you don't want to do is pack grease in this thing. It'll never work. Okay, flip it over. Same design again. Should I keep spinning now? They're not stopping like they were, you notice that? A lot less drag now. So this was the freest one before, and this was the worst one over here. Now they appear to go and being pretty close. Because they went 1, 2, 3, 4 on how much it would spin, and this was the tightest one by far. See, now it's almost equal to the other one now. A little lube in there does wonders. Overflow lube there. Okay. So these are free spinning on the race. So now we do is we're going to let it turn and go back and forth. So that means you go like this. They can go in different areas like this. That way the whole surface is getting lubed up where they normally would run at. Hear the grinding going on in there. Those balls are not new. You can hear it. Now, if you actually put brand new ball bearings in there, it'd probably be a lot smoother yet. But we're going to leave the old ones in there for now. I think it's plenty adequate for quality right now. But if it's really rebuilding, I'd go in there and you can actually hone out the center race slightly, knock off the unevenness in it, and then put new balls in it, and it'll be even better. For now, we're pretty good. It's going a pretty long time. So we'll do the other one. See how long they go. I'll go for a while. Over lubing these doesn't help you any, so just make sure you got enough to get in there. Come on, start. Put about 5 or 6 drops in there is what I'm doing. Nothing extreme, but a little bit. A little excess on there, slide it in. Two are still going over there. That one's getting kind of slow, but it's still rotating. Okay, I'll do these two here. See, that one's still turning even though it's just about stopped. It's been going, what, 5 minutes now? It's been almost stopped for the last minute and a half. The hole in the side is for balancing. They were balanced when they were made. Oil on my camera. Okay, looks like that one's going to stop here. At some point. Not yet though. Getting close though. These two here obviously are going. It's fine. Uh-oh, I think it's going to stop. How many more turns? Oh, that's it. That one's done. That one stopped. Alright. Put it all back together again. Slide a lot easier than I used to. There we go. This is a balancing shaft. One side. So this goes on there like this. Stop those. So that goes on there like that. So this will rotate on you just like that a little bit. So if there's any imbalance in your flywheel, it's free to rotate either direction, see? That's how they work. So this has more drag on it, as you can tell, see it slows down sooner. So when you put your flywheels on there, that tells you how far they're out. Oops, not that far. There you go. Now screws that way because my bench is like this right now. Ideally you would level the bench out, which this bench is not level by a long shot. So this one over here is a lot leveler. Okay. Stays more centered now. So. Okay, let's check some balancing here. Be back in a minute.